Sa Eva.
Test mic, ayan. Ayan, pwede na siguro. Ayan!
Okay na?
Okay na ba tayo?
Sorry. Ayan, may nakikita
Meron
na ako.
na.
Ayan. Sorry ha, medyo meron tayong
Kaya
technical.
narinig ko na po ba yung maganda kong boses?
Mr. Henry,
Pasensiyos.
maraming salamat sa feedback.
Salamat sa hanggang ngayon. Nandyan pa rin kayo. Medyo may technical difficulties din tayo. May pandemic din ang aming. Anyways, ito pong yung Papi Melvin Mata.
At syempre ang inyong Mayora, Mered Safra. Magandang gabi po.
Ako po ulit ang inyong Hanash Princess, Mai Rivera. Good evening, everyone.
At dito mo naman po si Papa George. Magandang pong gabi sa inyong lahat. Para sa ating mga tagapakinig na galing ng Ilocos Region, Naimbag, Asardam. Salamat po.
Nakatunan po si Bibo Santos ang nagsabing, ang buhay natin ay dapat laging good vibes Pilipinas.
Boom! Ayan. Timing tayo, ha? Siya nga pala, sabi nga ni Papa George kanina, nung wala pa tayong boses, meron tayong bigating guest. Ha? Etong guest natin mamaya, ano to, hindi natin kumbaga hindi ko mahugot-hugot to dati because he was competing. Internationally, I think he represented Australia and the Pacific region dun sa Pellegrino parang young chef, di ba? Young chef competition worldwide. So, yan. Ano natin yan namin, i-feature natin yan. Alam natin na kilala natin yun. And na-feature na rin siya sa mga Philippine Times, sa SBS. So, and meron siyang business ngayon na gusto nating tikman lahat. Okay. And hopefully, Mayora, yung ating topic for today, for tonight, sorry.
Yes, syempre alam mo ito, napapanahon ito, talakayin natin ang mga challenges ng working from home. Kasi hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin na simple lang yung transition di ba? So let's talk about the challenges of working from home. Hindi lang yon. Let's talk also the challenges of studying online, di ba? Kasi may mga challenges yan. At hindi lang yon. Let's talk also about homeschooling, no? Kung nagwo-work ka from home, tapos may mga anak ka na tinuturuan pa, ano mga challenges, Imaginein lang natin. So, iniimbitahan ko po lahat ng ating mga manonood at mga tagapakinig na mag-comment kayo kung ano man yung mga challenges or kahit naman din po yung mga wins, di ba? Yung ating mga magagandang na-discover about ourselves nung dumating sa atin itong pagbabago na ito. Kasi, workforce talaga, most of those doing administrative or office work talagang nag-transition siya sa work from home. So, ano-ano po ang mga naging experience nyo sa pagdating nitong bagong setup, kung paano tayo magtrabaho, kung paano tayo mag-aral, at kung paano natin i-manage ang ating sambahayan as well as ang ating mga career. Ayan. So, yan ang ating pag-uusapan ngayong gabi. At palagay ko ay mainit na talakayan na naman yan.
Nice. Okay. Guys, any shout-out? Bigyan muna natin ng shout-out ang mga naka-online ngayon.
Yan.
I'd like to give a shout-out to Mark Shinoda Lacorte,
Mark.
si Ninang Eva Olivar, Marisa Vic Vedar, and also si Modesto Ruben Trellado, Ian Villarente, of course, my truly, and also binabati ko rin again yung mami ko, Ruby Diaz Santos, sa sobrang happy sila ngayon. Natanggap na nila ang Balikbayan Bag!
Yay! Unboxing! Unboxing!
Kapagang
Big shout
Pasko.
out to my sisters, si Michelle Paula, Paolo, Camille, my dad Fernando Santos, and also sa lahat ng babata ko sa San Miguel, Manila, sa May St. Jude. Mabuhay kayo. Again, go guys!
Siyempre, binabati ko ang aking mga mag-aaral sa Tagalog Learning Melbourne. Maraming salamat sa inyong suporta at sa lahat po na nagpaabot ng kanilang pagbati para sa aming unang anibersaryo. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Ayan. Thank you so much.
Boom!
Boom. Oh, Mike, yung ano mo, yung kanina, yung about sa international students.
For international students like me, please, if you haven't applied to the International Student Relief Fund through Study Melbourne that is funded po by Victorian government, please do so. big help po yun, madali lang. Pag na-reject kayo, I have these cases na pag na-reject kayo, you have to apply again. Sabihin naman nila na pwede mag-apply and please do so kasi it doesn't necessarily mean na nakat na kayo sa bilang nila. Just reapply. And kung hindi mo kayo papalarin sa funding na yon, there's one with Red Cross. Meron din silang paayuda. So, please get in touch with them. Go to their website. Sa mga, mayroon kasi yan may mga nagpo-post din sa Pinoys in Melbourne plus sa mga group chats ng mga Pinoy. Just try, especially for international students like me. Gawin po natin yun. Yun lang. Thank you.
Papa George, any shout out, Papa George?
At this stage, wala pa, except for yung binati ko lang kanina.
Okay.
Nakakatuwa naman yung balita ni Mai kasi hanggang ngayon, hindi nakakalimutan yung mga ating mga international students. Lalo na ngayon sa second wave ng another 6 weeks. Kung yung unang phases talagang very challenging, I cannot imagine anong pinagdadaanan ng mga estudyante natin. So, Mai, continue bringing the good news. Please.
Yeah. Also, if for international students na nag-struggle with your mental health, Origin, if this is the organization na nationally funded siya ng Australia. So please, if you've got any issues with your mental health, don't disregard that. Get in touch with them. The service is free. The line na pwede niyong kontakin is currently on post sa Study Melbourne website. So, yun, wag nating baliwalain ng ating mental health because it's very important matter, no? Especially with the pandemic going on for international students like me, yung sadness, loneliness natin, yung wala tayong mga kasama sa buhay dito. Go, make your network. Please get in touch with these organizations. Hindi lang Origin, there's a lot. Sa mga funding, mag-apply lang tayo ng mag-apply. Pag na-reject kayo, re-apply lang. Apply lang ulit, laban, ganyan. Yun lang po.
Siya nga pala, mga good vibes, gusto kong batiin ng belated happy birthday yung dakilang may bahay ni Pinoy na Busog, si Ate Marisa Trillado. Happy birthday, Ate! Manay! Happy birthday! Happy 18th birthday, Ate! Yeah. And more birthdays to come. Ayan, ha? Hindi yan iniasahan ni Papa mo, ni Pinoy na Busog. Binati natin ang kanyang may bahay ngayon.
Okay.
Wow, sabi ni Pinoy na Busog na share na daw niya sa pitong groups. Ayan, wag masyadong 100 Pinoy na Busog baka i-ban ka na naman ng Facebook. Akala ka.
Yan.
Okay, simulan na natin yung topic. Mayora?
Go ahead.
O sige, sino gusto mag-umpisa ng kanilang idea about this? So, una natin pag-usapan is yung telecommuting first.
Telecommuting.
Yung work from home first.
Work from home. Na-experience ko yan. Ako na mauna, Mayora. So, work from home. Speaking of working from home, always, it's new to us actually. So, ang ginagawa ko from my brothers and sisters from Couples for Christ, which is na malalapit lang dito, dinadrop ko muna sa kanila, si baby. And then, yun ang the best thing. So, work from home, alam ko naman marami nakaka-relate sa atin dyan eh. Pag may Zoom meeting, tinatawag namin kalahati. Yung tinatawag na kalahati, yung taas, nakaspot-otoy kami, alam mo naman, naka-coat pa, di ba? Naka-forma. Pero yung loob, naka-nyort. So, tinatawag namin doon hap-hap kalahati. yung mga fun side din. Then, most of the time, for my workmates din, first time din nila, na may mga funny moments din kami na minsan, hindi sila pa familiar sa mga Zoom, sa mga sa Microsoft meetings. May time na pag once na di sila aware, yung mukha nila, nakadukduk na palang ganon. So, minsan, I don't want to spoil my workmate's name, pero yun ang nakakatuwa lang din. At the same time, pag once na siyempre, kung kailangan magseryoso, kailangan seryoso rin naman talaga. Pero most of the time, puro fun dance, puro kamustahan lang. Parang yung ganitong Zoom meeting. Kasi halata sa mga office mates, sa mga workmates ko din na being a healthcare worker din na sabik din ka rin magkaroon ng kausap. Kasi napupunta rin sa kamusta yung naging pasyente dito kasi dito sa pinagtatrabaho sa council may mga nag-positive din sa COVID. Siyempre, being a frontliner, medyo challenging din talaga. So, yun ang na-experience ko, work from home. Pero yung remote learning, later, ano ko rin yun.
Okay, sige.
Remote learning.
Yep.
Okay.
Ako naman yung... Okay, Papa George.
Ay, ikaw muna, May. Ladies first.
Yeah.
Ayun. Ako naman work from home yung volunteer activities ko lang since I'm translating documents from an organization that handling this paperworks sa mga Australians na nasa lockdown towers. Ang challenge lang na nakita ko is that pagsabay-sabay talaga kayong gumagamit kasi I'm on a house share. Pagsabay-sabay kayong gumagamit, there's really technical issues on that. But aside from that, hindi naman kasing bagal ng internet natin sa Pilipinas, sa Australia, kaya carry bells. Carry bells naman sa part na yun. Also, another challenge is that, alam mo yung parang hindi mo kasi makikita agad yung katrabaho mo na parang kahit na naka-online sila sa Zoom, naka-off ang camera, and andun sila, technically online, pero physically, wala pala kasi naka-off ang camera. And then you have to ring them on phone, hey, can you just translate this document for me? Because we need to rush this. Kailangan na ng content manager, ganyan. Wala, yun lang. Aside from that, okay naman siya. Not much challenging on my side kasi more on lang naman ako document translating at the moment. But for online meetings nga ganyan, minsan talaga may mga buladas na katrabaho na kunyari andon. Pero wala, I even have this experience with one of my colleague, no? Na parang he made a picture of himself, tapos parang ginawa niyang background sa Zoom. Because on Zoom, you can do that, di ba?
Yeah.
Pwede mo gawing background. Pwede mo mag-iba ng background. I know. Tapos si Bugok, ang ginawa, yung pagmumukha yung background. So sabi nung manager namin, hey Joel, why are you not blinking? Ganyan siya, ano nangyayari sa'yo? Alam ko na gawain nito. Ginawa na yung picture. Tapos chinat ko siya, Joel, sabi ko, Joel, Jim is looking for you. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, I had a coffee. Sabi niya ganyan, I went out of home for a coffee. Sabi ko, lagot ka, nagagalit. Kasi hindi talaga nagbi-blink. So, there can be no positive sides, negative sides, but it's just how you perceive it. And for me, I'm okay with working from home, no commute, which is very good. You can just, work na ganito lang yung damit mo aside from lumabas ka. But then again, that's on my end. Yun lang.
Punta mo ng outer space, ha?
Ayan, ganyan.
Yung mga background ng Zoom. Ako naman. Ang sa akin naman, yung unang phase ng work from home, dadagdagan yata yung timbang ko ng another 4 kilos kung di ko nagkakamali. Paano ko naman hindi... Siyempre, bago naman mag-lockdown, di ba? Sa Australia, mabilis ang lalo sa umaga. So, usually, iba kape. Swerte ka nang makakain ka ng almusal. O hindi naman kaya babaunin mo, di ba? Tapos pa nasa trabaho ka naman, minsan may baon ka ng tanghalian, well, swerte na kung makakain ka ng tanghalian on time. Ang nangyari nung initial lockdown, siyempre, masarap yung tapsilog sa umaga. Tapos iba pa yung luto ng may bahay ko ng tanghalian. Iba pa rin yung luto ng hapunan. Kaya walang diet. Basta siyempre, kanin sa umaga, kanin sa tanghali, kanin sa gabi. Iba pa yung yung mga chichirya in between. Kasi siyempre, di ba?
Iba pa yung turon sa hapon.
Ayun. Kaya sabi ko, ano ba to? Tapos nun, hindi ka pwede mag-t-shirt ng mga fitted kasi medyo para kasuman. Nakakahiya. Tapos pagka nag-zoom ka, yan. Pag nag-zoom na, lalagay ka na ng jacket para hindi masyado. Well, anyway, yun mo na-experience ko ng Zoom. Pero ang pinakahirap ako nun, yung inip. Kasi yung very nature ng trabaho ko kasi lagi ka nasa labas. Tapos biglang suddenly nasa loob ka lang ng bahay. Parang yun ang pinaka most challenging part sa akin. Tapos at the same time, may mga iba masaya sa work from home kasi syempre walang boss, walang mag-check, pwede kang lahat ng makukulit, ayan na, pagkakataon nyo na yan, makaisa, makabawi. Pero hindi naman darating sa punto na minsan abutin ka ng hiya talaga eh. I mean like Kasi syempre, tuloy-tuloy, lalo na nung pumasok pa yung, ano tawag dito,
Stage four.
yung job keeper support.
Project keeper,
Mm.
yep.
So, syempre, yung mga balita, maraming mga nawalan ng trabaho, biglang ikaw, dire-diretso, tapos yung productivity mo, bagsak. Parang darating ka sa punto na masaya yung work from home yung first few days, first few weeks, pero darating ka sa punto na yung mahihiya ka na you have to do something. Kasi tuloy-tuloy yung benepisyo mo. It allows you to bring in food on your table, like, pay
Yeah.
your rent, and then suddenly may pagkakataon ka magtrabaho, hindi mo gagawin yung dapat mong gawin, tapos ang daing sa social media, talagang nagtitinda ng mga kung ano-ano, pupunta sa mga train station, lalo yung mga kwento ng international students natin.
Yep.
So yun yung the serious side of things. So which is very interesting. Ayun lang.
Nice.
Yun.
Siya nga pala, interrupt ko, nandito ng ating guest, John Rivera. So how are you, John? I will get back
Hey,
to you
John, how are
later
you?
on. Okay?
Hi, how are you?
All
Yeah.
good, John?
Okay, we're just having a discussion about our main topic for tonight, and then we'll get back to you later on.
Of course.
All right? You can share anyway, so it's
Yeah,
all
I
about.
feel like
Do you still, Tagalog Englishments,
Oh, nagtatagalog din ako.
Oo! Buti na lang di masasayang. Diyos ko.
Yun, mabuti, salamat.
Salamat, Lord. Thank you.
Yan eh.
Dana.
Okay, so
Nosebleed.
by the way, our topic is all about working from home, homeschooling, and ikaw mayroon ka na i-share because you're also doing a home business at the moment, so you can share later on.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so sino nang sunod?
Mayora.
Ayan.
So, syempre nga, ako naman, since I'm still teaching, so, yun nga yung before sinasabi ko na I still keep my routine kasi ayoko siyang ma-upset. The good thing about working from home kasi before, we have 3 campuses kasi. May CBD, may Dandenong, and may Box Hill. So, sa loob ng isang linggo, pwede ako sa Box Hill, pwede ako sa Dandenong, pwede ako sa CBD. And it gets me too tired kasi ang layo. And then I take public transport, di ba? So, kung 9 o'clock yung klase ko, 5:30 gising na ako. So, sobrang pagod. Tapos yung huli kong klase, 7 o'clock ng gabi, uwi ako ng bahay, 9:30 na. So, sobrang pagod. So, that part of commute and yung waste time talaga yung commute eh. So natanggal siya. So I can sleep in, imbis na 5:30 gising na ako, sa mga 7:30 na ako gumigising kasi 9 o'clock pa yung class ko. But the challenge is kasi, syempre pagka nakaharap ka sa camera, syempre magme-makeup ka pa rin, you dress nicely, and I like dressing up, everybody knows that. Kaso ang challenge sa akin, yung daldal ka ng daldal. I mean, madaldal ako, but then in the classroom kasi pwede mo silang gawin ng pair work or seat work, and you have some time to rest. Pero kasi kapag ka online, ikaw lahat yung gagawa, and then they're just listening to you. And then what quite often happen is yung practice, gagawin na nila yun after the class. Kasi they won't find value na parang, mag-aaral pa ako, tapos yung teacher ko, pinagagawa lang pala ako ng seat work, 'di ba? So, hindi valuable para sa kanila yung magsi-seat work during the class. So, yun yung nakakapagod siya kasi you have to keep on talking, and then instead of let's say for example, yung activity mo na 1.5 hour, kailangan mo siyang dagdagan.
Yeah.
So, additional pagod siya sa teacher kasi you have to create a lot of extension activities. Kung meron ka mga extension activities, meron ka mga estudyante na fast learner, may mga estudyante na slow learner. Yung fast learner mo, tapos na. So, what am I gonna do next, miss? Miss, what am I gonna do next? So, so a lot of extension activity, nakakapagod mag-prepare. Tapos nakakapagod magsalita. If you're talking for like 2 hours and then you break, parang pagod ka na. Tapos, you're gonna have a sore throat. Tapos mamaya, napaparanoid ka na, COVID ba to? May sore throat. So, yeah, those are the challenges of working, teaching online. And also, at the same time, hindi mo talaga nakikita rin yung talagang expression or hindi mo rin nakikita kung sila ba talaga yung gumawa nung output. So parang sa akin, hindi ko talaga magi-gauge kung sila ba talaga to. Kasi if I ask them to create a sentence on the chat, ang daming error. Pero kapag sinubmit na nila sa akin yung homework nila, flawless. Parang, someone has, this is not you, you know, but I can't
And Google search.
prove it.
Happy prayers.
Mahirap pagdating sa assessments, mahirap pagdating dun sa proper measuring talaga ng capability and skills ng students. So yun yung challenges na somehow, as I think, we will discover proper methods of teaching depending on, your students as we go along. Kasi talagang wala pang model. Walang perfect model ng teaching and learning online, no? Although there are different kinds of research, pero yung mga research na yun is, may perfect setting siya, may iba't ibang setting, pero wala pa talagang model. So I'm really looking forward na, in the near future, kung talagang magiging ganito na yung trend, is there will be more training for teachers para talagang ma-provide namin din yung proper learning na deserving naman ng mga students. So yun yung
Nice.
Yo.
Kaya dapat, May, meron ka nang nakahandang mainit na salabat after 2 hours.
Actually, meron ako dito, auntie ko. Oh,
Ating ko.
ready yan.
So, imbis na kape, salabat, tapos lalagyan mo ng lemon. Yan ang the best.
Okay. So guys, I would like to give a shout out to Harpreet Sig Marwaha. Hello friends. Mabuhay ang sabi niya.
Harpreet, how are you?
How are you,
Yep,
Harpreet?
my best friend, Let Kison, Let Best, get well soon. AJ Fernandez is watching with us. Edgar Custodio Baita is still watching. Manny Estanislao. And also Jen Morales is watching with us. Okay, George, Papa George, pwede ka pang magbigay po ng input or ang ating guest na pwede si Sir John, pwede magbigay ng input.
Si Sir John, sir.
Regarding sa,
Sir John na.
yeah.
Actually, gusto ko muna siyang i-introduce, guys. Kasi,
Okay.
so, isa siyang young chef. Makikita nyo naman kung gaano siya kabata and ano na siya.
Tapos may background pa.
Actually, celebrity chef siya actually. So, ano siya, anak siya ng isa naming, di ba, family friend. And, busy siya noon. I think it was 2018 nung gusto namin siyang i-guest noon sa isa pang estasyon. But unfortunately, he was so busy competing in the international culinary field. So, proud Australian, Filipino-Australian yan. And I think nasa Italy siya noon, nung mga time na yun, 2018. Yung favorite young chef, 2018 ng S. Pellegrino.
Okay.
Young
Wow.
Chef 2018. Yung mga S. Pellegrino brand, di ba, sa Italy and
Yeah.
restaurants. So, isa rin siya ngayon. I think he's in Crown. Isa siyang, ano ka na doon, John?
No, I'm actually I'm working with a friend at a restaurant called Sunda.
Sunda.
Yeah, but right now we're doing takeaway. We're doing what we can
Yeah.
to survive and get by.
Yan. So, without further ado, a young achiever in the Filipino-Australian community, Sir Mr. John Rivera. Welcome, John.
Hello, John.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Saan? Charot.
Yan, actually, I would like to...
At may tanong ako kay John.
yan. Dito maganda.
John,
May sabi na Ninong,
bata ka pa
John,
ba
may bride.
talaga? Gusto mo ba talagang maging chef?
Hindi naman sa gusto kong maging chef. May hilig lang talaga ako sa pagkain. I was a really big kid, matakaw. My parents would actually hide snacks from me. I'm like a sniffer dog, so I could always find it wherever they ate it.
I second the motion.
It wasn't until high school when I realized it was what I wanted to do. I wasn't a bad student or anything. Like I did well in high school, but I felt I learned better practically or using my hands, and I couldn't imagine myself in university or anything. So I guess I put my interest and love of food to practice, and I've loved my job ever since.
Oh, that's lovely.
So,
And how did it go na how did it go about na nag-join ka sa mga contests? Paano nag-umpisa to?
I that was the only contest I joined.
Okay.
So my chef at the time, who was a very big mentor of mine, said, join. It's not to win. It's not to for anything like that. It's to gauge who you are, to find your own style, your creativity. And I saw that as an opportunity to incorporate my culture. So, I was very surprised when they picked me as the finalist for the Pacific, because the other contestants, accomplished chefs, amazing, good friends of mine. But I guess it's just, our flavors are different. The Filipino flavors, they're so intense, they're so interesting. And that's what stood out on the day. So yeah, I was really happy, and I still say that all the stress of that competition, it was pretty much a 2-year competition. All the stress and all the hours we put into it to practice just one dish to perfect it. I think I must have put in about 6 months of straight practice every week, every weekend, for 10 dishes on the final day.
Wow.
What was the famous Filipino dish that made the difference? The game changer?
I cook sinigang.
Oh, my favorite.
I kind of incorporated that with the theme of multiculturalism, immigration. It was a big topic and issue back in 2017, 2018. And I appreciate how multicultural Australia is. How
yes, very diverse.
make Australia great. So I presented sinigang. The flavors were very traditional, sour, sweet, a bit of sweet, salty. Really intense. But I incorporated a lot of Australian ingredients, a lot of modern techniques, just to show that Australia is a melting pot of different cultures, and also that Filipino food shouldn't be condemned to just turo or
Straight,
that.
Yeah.
Because I think there was this mindset that Filipino food is to only be consumed at home. Pag lalabas tayo, we eat Italian, French, whatever.
yeah.
I believe Filipino food should be celebrated.
Yes.
It's so rich and so diverse, and I wanted to show that to the world.
Awesome. So, John, is there any particular chef that you idolize, internationally or locally?
It's hard. There's so many. Chefs. I'd say Gordon Ramsay, because I
The famous one.
No.
Yeah.
Look, there's a lot of people that I look up to in Philippines, and it's. I was very surprised how many great chefs are actually based themselves in Manila. The likes of Jordi Navarra, Toyo, who is now part of Asia's 50 Best.
Chef Boy Logro, don't forget. Chef Boy Logro, bang, 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 bang. Remember that one?
Boy Logro.
Chef Boy Logro.
I have to look that one up.
Yeah. About Ramsay, don't say the F word, right? Remember? Ramsay.
Not here. No. Jordi is one of those people I really look up to. He's like a big brother to me.
Yeah.
I love how because I'm from the province, I'm from Nueva Ecija, and I grew up seeing a lot of organic and small farmers with their rice, drying in the side of the road. And when
We
Jordy,
call it solar drying.
exactly, right? It's very,
Yeah.
so
Pala
when
yan.
Jordy
Yeah.
told me that he takes a lot of things from small farmers all over the country, a lot of heirloom things. Now that's really inspirational. So I think if you ask me one person that I really look up to, it's him right now.
Mm.
Hey guys, you know what? Meron na ako na-observe. It's noise. Hindi siya Australian accent. Diba? Hindi siya Australian accent. Noise. Hindi siya. Noise, sabi ko, it's nice. Narinig ko hindi Australian yung accent niya, yung English.
Oh.
Okay, Mai. Paano, Mai?
How noise?
Noise. Capital N-O-I-C-E. Noise.
Para ako naman yung noise maingay.
Yun na.
Oo nga, yun din
Somewhat,
ko eh.
I don't have any particular questions with Surgeon. I'm not very good at cooking, though I can cook. I love eating, but I cannot. Hindi ako sobrang fan ng foods. Alam mo mga friends ko, they're very into foods. Like every time nung pre-pandemic, as in yung mga parang ang gagawin ko na lang talaga is sumama. So they would just text me, and then kung saan kami napapadpad sa North Coast, sa Collingwood, just to go with this mga cafe and stuff. And then I have this encounter with some of my white friends. Parang sinasabi nila, you should bring us to a Filipino store sometimes for us to really explore your culture, food-wise. Sabi ko, oo nga, no, sa city wala. Sa city wala, di ba? Walang particular restaurant or cafe.
Before meron sa Reynaldos sa may
Yeah.
Melbourne.
Meron pa siya ngayon. Meron din sa alam ko sa may Queen Victoria, dito sa may parang eskinita. There's one.
Yes,
Is it GJ's? GJ's Grill?
DJ Grill.
Oo. So parang nung sinabi nila sa akin yun, I was like, oo nga no, usually kasi mga Filo restaurants natin naka-based sa West. Diba? West Melbourne. And then whenever I try to invite them, parang sinabi nila, ang layo. O, di ko kayo kumain ng Pinoy food.
Malayo din kayong kami kumakain kayo. Kayo nag-imagine na lang kayo.
Si Bunso.
Nakakaloka kayo, naghahanap kayo ng Pinoy food.
Nambubuli ka, ha?
Kayo mag-iinarte. O, di wag.
Puro na lang kayo pangarap, no? Sabihin mo sa kanila.
So guys,
Pero one time, may dinalhan ako ng pagkain na kaibigan ko. Ang dinala ko is karyoka, turon, and puto. And among those three, ang pinagusto niya is yung turon. Ay, karyoka pala, karyoka. Sabi ko, why don't you like turon? Sabi niya, it's too sweet, sabi niya. Tapos, why don't you like puto? Sabi niya. And then sabi niya, parang the texture daw it's not very into Western culture. Sabi ko, wow ha? Sabi ko, parang, I don't have that kind of judgment in terms of food. Basta,
Masyado kayong racist sa foods, ha?
ha?
Masyado silang racist sa foods, ha?
Kaya nga wala akong particular question kay Sir Jan. Oo lang ako ng oo kasi food-wise, medyo benga ako dyan. Pero pagkainan, game.
Ako naman, isa akong question. Kay John. Ano yung paborito ng parents mo na luto mo? Simple question, but I think that's make your family proud.
It doesn't sound bad. I don't cook much at home.
Andun na naman si parents eh.
My wife, a lot of my wife's friends say, "Oh, you're so lucky. You're married to a chef. He must cook for you all the time." Like, the reality is, after working so long, I think the last thing on our mind is to cook. But during isolation, I have been cooking at home a lot more. What did I cook last? Like, I like to play around with Filipino food. I guess for me, the way I connected to the culture is back to the food, and using this time a lot to read up a lot more about things. So, like, I've turned lying into a donut, a savory donut.
Wow!
We've done durian jackfruit and cheddar cheese ensaymada. Just kind of things like to stay creative and to see how far we can push it, and just to for me, it's like almost like R&D, research and development.
Mm.
I did plan on opening a more like a Filipino influenced restaurant this year. That was definitely on the cards, but COVID happened, and you just got to do your cooking at home. But if you ask my family what's the favorite thing I cook, they'll be like, he does not cook. Everyone's bubble, chefs hardly cook at home. I think my favorite meal at home is pancit canton out of the packet.
Yummy.
I have question.
Well,
Sa
Papa
intro
Jorge.
kanina, you were saying like you were in Italy for like 2 years, was it?
No. So the competition was the grand final was in Italy.
Okay.
So it was sponsored by San Pellegrino, and it's a global competition where chefs under the age of 30 around the world submit their signature dish. So in my edition, about 2,400 chefs all over the world applied.
Wow.
Over 21 regions across the world. So the Pacific being one region, Australia, New Zealand, the Pacific Islands. From that 2,400, San Pellegrino select 10 out of 10 in each 21 regions. So from 2,400 becomes 210.
1%.
Those 10 finalists in each region cook for judges who are acclaimed chefs in Australia or in their region, and then one person gets picked. So from 210 becomes 21 in Milan, and then in Milan we cook for 7 of the top chefs in the world. So one of them was actually the amazing Margarita Flores of the Philippines, who she owns many restaurants in the Philippines. A great proponent of Filipino cuisine, and she won Asia's Best Chef in 2017. So
Wow.
for me, like when I found out that Margarita was the judge, and knowing full well that I had based a lot of my recipes on her book, I was shaking. And she tasted my food, and she gave me a big smile and a wink. I didn't care what the other 6 said. I didn't care what we placed, whatever, in the final. I got a smile out of Margarita, out of my idols, and that was it. But yeah, it was about two years of preparation for that one day. Pretty much 5 hours. You prepare 1.5, 2 years for 5 hours of your life.
Yeah.
Itatanong ko sana
Papa
ito.
George.
This is my question. Well, obviously you're in Italy. And then, you know very well, our spaghetti, Filipino version is the sweet version.
Yeah.
Mamma mia.
Every time I go to the Philippines, it has to be Jollibee straight away. First time.
Ew.
First. Because that's the way we knew our pasta, spaghetti. And then you're in Italy. It's not so much if we're trying to convince the Italians this is the way you cook your pasta. Question is like, from a chef's standpoint, celebrating Filipino cuisine, how can we present our own version of spaghetti to the world? Is that difficult? Is it challenging?
I don't think so. Look, I mean, you can't go down to Lygon Street here in Melbourne and serve our spaghetti. We'll be run out of content. An Italian best friend, Italians are purists.
Yeah.
And, he tasted it and he's like, I think you guys use sugar instead of salt. And I think that was on purpose. But I think it comes to just personal taste. Like if you compare our pasta to Italian pasta, of course everyone's gonna say, oh, it's not authentic, blah blah blah. But it's Filipino spaghetti. It's our taste. I don't think that we need to change it for anyone. We like it that way.
Yeah.
That's true.
The Philippines, and I can appreciate Italian pasta, and just like you, when I go to Philippines, the first meal I have is a 2-piece chicken joint.
Jollibee.
So there's
Happy meal.
something for everybody. People will like it, people will hate it. That's just the way it is.
That's true.
Ang galing, ang galing.
I came up with a question na.
Yeah.
Final. May naisip na ako. So, Sir John, is there any particular restaurant in Melbourne that you really like?
Yeah, I actually really like Sunda. So that's the reason why I came to work here. There, it's Sunda is Southeast Asian flavors, Indonesian, Malaysian, Vietnamese, bit of Thai. I'm trying to get some Filipino in there, slowly. But really modern technique, really reimagined, not and using a lot of Australian ingredients. And the flavors are big, they're bold, they're punchy.
Yeah.
And I think one of the most important parts of going to a restaurant is the atmosphere. I think
Yeah.
I've said that like you don't eat much, but you love like the hangout. That's what we really miss as well in the industry, is not being able to have the atmosphere of being there with your friends, having a good time,
Yeah.
laughing, eating, and just enjoying the night. And that's what I really love about Sunda. It just has that great atmosphere.
That's true. I'm actually looking up your interior right now. It's very, alam mo yung atmosphere that you can just hang out with your friends, but very fancy and very cool. And ang taas ng ceiling nila, which is a great factor for a restaurant kasi it penetrates that yung vibe is just chill. So medyo may pagka bar, pub type siya, but must try. I should try this.
We'll go there actually. We'll go there. The whole GVP
Fantastic.
family will go there.
Nice. Okay.
Any more questions?
May
Ayan,
question
sige
ako
pa.
kay John, sorry.
It's alright.
So John, nakikita natin sa TV na nababalitaan natin how badly a lot of people have lost their jobs and how badly, the hospitality industry has been, going through suffering during this pandemic. From someone who is really in the industry, can you tell us a little bit more about it? Ano ba talaga yung feeling, yung totoong nangyayari sa industry?
It's a lot of mixed feelings and mixed emotions. Of course, it's hard. It's very hard for us because we're an industry that can't work from home.
Yes.
Yeah.
We depend on people coming to us, on filling seats, on filling restaurants. So when the pandemic hit, and just to give you a background, the margins are also very, very small in running a restaurant in Australia. You're lucky at looking at 3% profit a year. Lucky. That's a restaurant making profit. So when your numbers start to go down, like when they implemented those like the restrictions, and we were kind of left in the dark because we just all of a sudden said, hey, you can't have this many people in your restaurant.
Yeah.
It isn't really going to do anything for you to help you pay rent, utilities, wage. Wage cost for restaurants, you're looking at 45%. That's before government takes 10% GST, you pay local taxes. That's why you're left with literally that much. So we were all very unsure because we thought, we could lose our jobs, and even with JobKeeper right now, it's good because we have some sort of an income. But what happens when JobKeeper runs out and then the restaurant has to close? So there's a lot of uncertainty, and we feel especially for like visa holders, temporary visa holders, skilled workers, working holidays, and a lot of students as well. International students make a big part of our industry, and they get nothing right now. They don't get any support. They have to fend for themselves. So I completely understand, the hustle that a lot of these people are doing on social media. And if we can, support them, help them out as much as we can, because we're all in this together. My business partner and I also saw this time as an opportunity to do something. And that's kind of where Cariton came from. Because I
Tell
think,
us more.
Karitan.
my business partner Min and I, we met 8-9 years ago in TAFE in culinary school. We've become very good friends, very close friends, and we work very well together. And he actually now he works for a company that makes all the desserts and gelato for all the big restaurant groups in Melbourne and in Sydney as well.
Wow.
With everything going on, they've had to close production, and his boss said, if you want to do something, I can pretty much lend you this space, and we pay rent, and we can produce cariton, which is artisanal gelato influenced by the sorbeteros of Manila.
Yes.
And that came about just in the middle of the first isolation. We were kicking the soccer ball around and said, hey, let's do it, because I think that although it is a hard time in the industry, you need to adapt. You need to evolve with it.
Yes.
You need to change. If you don't
Persevere. Yeah.
you're left where you are. So we saw that opportunity, and yeah, I think the situation is what you make of it. It's in your mindset, and it's in your desire to have something on the other side.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. And by the way, guys, mga good vibes, I'm excited kasi merong post nga si Ate Marisa Vidar about the business ni John. And I'm very excited. I ordered his sorbetes, di ba? And I would like to challenge the Good Vibes family to buy all the flavors, and we'll put them live stream natin yan. Tayong lima, we're going to taste this flavor first, alin dito ang pambata, alin dito ang masarap, and we'll really
That's good.
I would like to
for that.
we are going to be your critic, John. So we are going to taste all of them, and sabay-sabay namin titikman yan. Ito masarap, ito may konting. So that's a good para siyang testimonial. We'll look at it.
Look, this is our second week of operation, really, and the outpouring of support has been amazing, not just from Filipinos, but also from other nationalities. I guess it just goes to show that even during winter, ice cream makes people happy.
Yes.
Meron bang durian flavor?
Ito ang pangalan niya, John.
Yes, Cariton. So yes, there will be a durian flavor later
Yes!
Yay!
Pasado na. All good.
May
Done.
Vegemite ka?
on. Oh, Vegemite. We thought about it. There is patis caramel.
Wow!
May paborito kami dyan, Papa George, yung Hinebra,
Ay!
So
Lemon raisin.
Tikman natin yung
Gin and raisin.
Nag-order na ako.
May red horse. Saan kami pwedeng makabili niyan, John?
So if you can find us on Facebook, Cariton Sorbetes, or on Instagram,
Share na natin sa Facebook page natin.
Cariton.sorbetes.
Cariton sorbetes. Okay.
And we take orders through DM right now. Our website's being made, so once the website's ready, it's much easier for the customer to order. It's secure. So just message us your orders. Unfortunately, we've had to close orders already just before I went on. But I can sort it out for you guys for sure.
Yay!
Yay!
Ayan, ako excited na kami.
Share na natin yan sa
This
Facebook.
is them.
Maybe Jen, can you just give us yung maliliit na sizes for us to
Yeah,
try?
taste sila.
We'll
Yummy.
meron tayong private message
Pwede.
group chat, so we can
Alam niyo mga besties, yung sinabi ni John sa akin about dun sa profit margin ng mga restaurants, eye-opening siya sa akin kasi para sa mga Pilipino kasi meron tayong parang thinking na ay nako, mag-invest ka sa restaurant, walang lugi yan. 'Di ba? Merong ganun, pagkain yan, hindi ka malulugi diyan. But understanding and realizing it from someone who is in the industry, And talagang makikita mo talaga na napakalaki pala talaga ng uh, pagsasuffer nila ngayong pandemic. So sana, naku, sana matapos na ito, sana makabalik na tayo sa dati nating buhay, mabisita na natin ang mga restaurant,
Yeah.
natin ang mga kaibigan natin at nang mabuhay ulit ang kanilang industry. At syempre, habang hinihintay natin yan, enjoy natin ang ating kariton sorbete.
Ayan.
Yes.
I was
And John,
thinking-
shoutout para sa'yo dyan, si Ninang Eva Olivar, Noel Olivar. John is a part of SFCA before, then going to Sydney to work as a chef. Siya yung pinalitan ni Jetro as a youth leader. So, Couples for Christ, Youth for Christ, so mabuhay ka dyan. So, speaking of Eva Olivar, kaya ako naging ninang yun, bibigyan ko na rin kinamba ako. Si Ninang Eva Olivar, she's assistant principal ng La Consolacion. So, sa Menjola, alam ni Papa Jorge. So, lahat ng kababata ko sa St. Jude, doon sa naging estudyante ni Ma'am, pati yung So, nung na-meet ko siya rito rin sa Australia, ginawa ko na siyang ninang sa kasal. So, ayun. So, small world. So, Ninang Eva Olivar. So, Couples for Christ, Youth for Christ. See. Okay. Shout out daw sa'yo, John.
Wow. I've seen the photos, no, and even the stories din sa Kariton Sorbetes on Instagram. The way you see it, it's not the typical ice cream that we had in the Philippines. Modern version siya, nakakatakam. Because they've got like cheese, cashews, let's this pandemic end. Tara na.
Sabay, may kasama pa ng apa yan, yung matamis, yung pang 10 centavos.
Naka-container pa lang sila, Papa George.
Ay, hindi yan yung may kasamang...
Picture.
Alam mo kasi,
Ben and Jerry's ang datingan kaya yummy.
Yes.
kasi dyan, after this pandemic, this family, this Voltes 5, Good Vibes Filipinas, will go around Australia. We'll go around Australia just to, to go to restaurants and, we're going to be the critic of all these restaurants. Kasi gagawin namin ito Filipino restaurant, anong masasabi natin dito, di ba? Ito Chinese restaurant, anong masasabi natin dito? That's going to be one of the lifestyle of Good Vibes Filipinas, and we're happy to visit you wherever is your business and your
Would love to
restaurant.
have you.
Yes.
And for now, we'd love to bring you some ice cream. I know Kuya Melvin, you already ordered, so thank you very
for
much.
sure. All support for you. All support.
Oh, yeah,
Yes, of course.
you don't have to leave home, all right? So we can deliver to you. So,
Good.
Wow.
Yeah, you
How
can,
much is it, Kuya? For those who are wondering, like me.
500 gram. So we do 500 gram tubs, and they're $17.50.
Okay.
Not bad.
Order na tayo, guys.
Order na tayo!
You were saying that you had a lot of toppings, and we base our ice creams more on desserts, more of desserts. So, and we wanted to make that a point of difference and more enjoyable for you with all the different textures. So our ube halaya flavor will actually.
Ooh. Excited
Oh
na.
my God!
Our
Nakita ko nga eh.
based on the buko pandan of aristocrats.
Wow.
Ordering.
And we do a Toron version, complete with crispy spring roll wrapper.
Wow.
So and there's more flavors. We've got more flavors waiting to release. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, look, we deliver anywhere within metropolitan Melbourne. So we don't want you to leave your house. You stay home. We'll take it to you. And depending on where you are, how far you are from the city right now, we can actually deliver for free. So yeah, please support and we'd love to brighten up your isolation with ice cream. But please don't charge us the gym or the diabetes fees.
Yeah. Actually, sabi nga ng mga Chinese, eat the house, Come, no shy, eat the house.
Oo. Nakita ko nga, exciting! Sana matapos na yung pandemic na to. Para siyang Baskin Robbins na mas social pa with all the toppings. Nakita ko nga eh.
And Good Vibes Filipinas is proudly will support you all the way.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Us,
Yes.
the end goal, one of the goals is to eventually get actual caritons made. and be able to scoop this, in High Point, in Emporium, and even in Sydney. I think that'll add to the fun. Be able to hire it for your birthday parties.
Mm.
And yeah,
And it's
Pero
also
dapat yan, may kasama ano yan, yung bell. Yung clink, 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 clink.
culture.
May tsinelas pa, magtsinelas ako.
And John,
Tapos dapat meron ka pa nung bandana na pula.
Bandana with salakot.
Yeah.
Kasi walang kalabaw so bandana yung salakot.
I think, the way you are presenting it is very good. Kasi, especially yung mga maliliit nating mga anak, yung mga maliliit nating mga bata, they would have a very, very good understanding kung paano tayo yung batang feeling natin sa Pilipinas.
Yeah.
It's really good to share it to our children, yung mga experience natin nung bata pa tayo na nasa Pilipinas ka. Kasi hindi naman taon-taon na bibisita natin ang Pilipinas.
Yes.
So, if in little ways, especially sa food, maganda kasi parate, alam mo mga Pilipino parate yung pagkain. Kasi for me, I when I first moved to Australia, I realized, why are people not sitting down to eat? Yung mga typical Aussie, they watch in front of the TV, kumakain, di ba? Pero sa Pilipinas, hindi pwede, lahat tayo, we sit together, kumustang araw mo, kumustang, because yung pagkainan, napaka-importante sa atin yan di ba? To eat together. So, yung pagkain, it's not only just about enjoying the food, but it's actually also about family bonding So, yun yung talagang sobrang mamimiss mo pagka, halimbawa, from the Philippines, dumating ka sa Melbourne, siguro mga isang buwan, enjoy ka pa. Pero pagdating ng isang buwan, parang, gusto ko na ng Filipino food. Miss ko na yung yung adobo ng mama ko, yung gano'n, di ba? And then, once you eat the food, meron din mga comfort food. Ako, for me, champurado Parang, pag malungkot ako, gusto ko ng champurado. And then, I'll feel better. Diba?
Canton. Ako talaga pansit canton. So, ang hirap ako ng pansit canton sa Australia, guys.
Pancit Canton Champurado flavor.
Basta ako may palabok, okay na ako.
Sinigang.
Anyways, sabi pala ng aking may bahay, paki-extend kay Kuya Charlie. Paki-regard si Gina, yung aking may bahay.
Of course, yes, I will.
Anyways, and also to add on sa sinabi ni Mayora, it's not about the Filipinos insights yung gusto explore nga ni John. It's about sharing them to other cultures as well. And I think that's I'm excited behind this project ni John. And I'm very supportive with it. So good luck really.
Thank you very much.
John.
Yeah.
True. Exciting.
We're proud of you as Filipino Australians. Yeah.
We're here to support you. Yay!
True. We're bringing people to support. para tigilan na ako ng mga kaibigan ko na sinasabing walang Filipino food. Eto, Pinoy.
Ice cream.
Carton sorbetes.
Diba?
Ayun.
Thank you so much for having me tonight.
Yay! Exciting.
Excited
Bigla
ako
tuloy
dun sa
ako nagutom. Mahirap ito.
Ay no, nung pagkakita ko talaga ng mga photos sa Instagram, sabi ko,
This is it.
may mga toppings cashew, raisins. Di ba Kuya John?
Yeah.
Cashew, raisin, cheese, ang daming cheese. Hindi tinipid.
Halo-halo ice cream. Yun ang masarap. Yung pinakamasarap.
Papi.
Nice.
Halo-halo ice
Buko
cream.
ice, yung tatay.
Makapuno.
Buko salad. Meron bang buko salad flavor?
Buko pandan.
Seafood
Buko pandan.
seafood ice
Yung
cream.
munggo. Masarap yan, yung may munggo.
Oo, yung munggo, Kuya John, yung munggo yung bits talagang siya ng munggo.
Oh, I thought you were talking about ginisang munggo, and
Yeah.
The red beans. Isn't it the red beans?
That's the red beans.
May-
Yung binibenta ng mga nagsasorbetes na 5 pesos, yung nasa ibabaw
Oo
niya,
nga.
yung talaga hinahanap, yung ganun.
Meron nga yun yung gout na munggo. Alam yung gout na munggo.
Nakala niya daw ginisang munggo.
Gout na munggo.
Go. Sakit yun
Anyways,
Baka kayong tanong kay John.
meron pa ba kayong tanong?
Okay, Chef John, huli na to. Aside from cooking, ano yung usually na hobbies mo na ginagawa?
Right. I don't know. I usually like basketball, soccer. You
Yeah.
know, like, I was very active as a kid, and it's hard when you're a chef because we work notoriously long hours and we work nights. But ever since the hours and the industry has gotten better, I've been able to enjoy my sports again.
Yeah.
And sleeping. I love sleeping.
Don't we all?
Hindi pwede to sa work from home. Re-reklamo manager. John, what you doing? Sleeping, sir. Sleeping.
Later.
Bye.
Yeah.
I'm very simple. Like I love to just spend time. Like isolation has been good because, working long. I'm sure my dad has told you, Kuya Melvin, or like told Gina that I'm never home or.
Yeah. He said, just I'll let you know when he's here. When is that? Was that 2 years ago?
With my family and be home and just hang out and catch up because life goes so fast.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and by the way, I would like also to commend our sponsors, Mayora.
Yes, maraming salamat po sa aming mga sponsors na walang sawang sumusuporta sa amin. Sheila of SD Property, Bernardine of Mighty Finance, maraming salamat. Attorney Miranda of Miranda Migration, maraming salamat. Siyempre, Boss MLV of MLV MLB Group, and syempre Papi Mel Andrews from Talyer Auto. Maraming salamat sa walang sawang suporta at syempre sa ating mga future sponsors.
Yeah! Excited ako, ha? Excited ako.
Meron naman tayo mga future sponsors na niluluto, si Papi at si Bibo. Inaantabayanan na po namin kayo at excited na namin kayong i-welcome sa aming pamilya. Maraming
Yes.
Ibang future sponsor, maliban sa niluluto, meron bang pinalalamig pa?
Ayan.
Di ba?
Kasama na yun.
Pwede.
Palutuin at palamigin din.
Yeah.
Oo.
Talaga naman.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
So shoutout pala sa hello guys, sabi ni Elizer Santos ng Merchant
Yeah.
Manila. Speaking of, yan.
Yan, Merchant Manila, future sponsor.
Future sponsors, yes. Lisa Butler, my beautiful neighbor here. Elizer, Jeff Morasa, and Vicente Agonia Medirati. Okay.
Oo. Papi Elisar, yung jacket ko, ha?
Oo, yung jacket namin, 5 na kami.
Any shout out, Chef? Chef John?
No.
How about your wife? Come on, Johnny.
For those who did order this week, a lot of Filipinos, especially in the West, and all our repeat orders as well. Second week we've had people ordering again. We can't thank you enough for supporting a small business, a small local business. Let's just keep supporting each other. Please support small business and local business around you, and of course, stay safe.
Ayun.
Yep. Yung.
Ayun, siya nga pala, i-shoutout natin yung mga, yung ating mga viewers. Sabi Ate Oliver, would love to try it, yung mga ice cream, ha? Tapos sabi ni Ate Marisa Vidal, hello Ninong, Jan Rivera, sabi ni Brayden. Ninong ka pala ni Brayden. Ayan, then si Harpreet Singh Marwaha. So, congratulations Harpreet. Nasa Jaryo siya ngayon.
Yes.
Alright, so good story. And also,
Sabi ni Papa Elisar, hintayin daw natin ang ating jacket kasi nasa China pa.
ayan. Boom!
Kailangan na disinfect yan ha, bago ipamigay. Gusto.
Papa Elisar, pag pinadala mo yung jacket namin, dapat may kasamang hand sanitizer din.
Yes.
Hindi mo ipandingin.
Just hang on there, John. Pag matapos, we still have 10 minutes, then tuloy-tuloy na rin tayo. At I think we've enjoyed your company. Guest ka dito, and
That's true.
Thank
because
you so
of
much.
foods, itang common common denominator naming 5 So foods.
May tanong ako kay Boss Jan.
Go!
Yan,
Para
fine,
doon sa
fine.
mga kabataan na nanonood, na gustong mag-venture into the culinary world. Ano bang may papayo mo sa kanila para maging successful sila?
Hard.
Yep.
Learn as much as you can. Don't be comfortable with where you are. You know, kahit even if you're not at work, love what you do. Read, study, diversify, taste. And yeah, that's the formula I think of success in anything. I mean, except for tasting. I mean, I think that's for us. But you know, you have to. I always say to a lot of young chefs that I meet or have worked for me, it's like you have to love this. The TV, like MasterChef and all that, has made our industry very, very popular. But it is a hard industry. You know, we spend 12, 18 hours on our feet. So you have to love it. And love it. Be a nerd. Read. Don't waste your time. That's all I can say, because the career of a chef is like an athlete. You know, you have your 20s where you're at your peak and you can work 18, 20 hours a day, and then you know you get to your 30s and you want to start a family. You have to think about where you want to be in the end. So don't play the short game, play the long game.
Oy, ako naman, hindi naman ito tanong, Chef John. Ito naman ay kaunting lambing lamang at request, ano. Alam ko masyado kang busy, Chef. Pero sana naman, pag nagkaroon ka ng pagkakataon, ay turuan mo naman kaming magluto ng mga simpleng masasarap na Filipino recipe. Kahit na mga short video lamang, yung madaling pag-aralan. Ayan. Ito lang naman ay lambing kung meron ka pang panahon.
Actually,
Magiging vlogger.
Diba? Kasi syempre, diba?
naman.
Lalo na sa panahon ngayon, hindi naman parating tayong
Nakakasawa ng McDo, no?
hindi naman parating, like for example, hindi ka naman parating nakakalabas para bumili ng pagkain sa Filipino restaurant. Kahit man lamang yung ilang mga recipe na meron ka, no, kahit 5 lamang o 6 na madaling lutuin, I'm pretty sure Chef John, I'm pretty sure ma-appreciate ang mga messes.
Of course. It's funny you should say that. There's actually a group of Filipino women called the Entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And have you heard of them?
Yep, I do.
So every week they have something called In My Cocina, where they have
Yeah.
chefs from all around Melbourne and even up in Sydney and overseas. You know, they go on Instagram Live and we pretty much demonstrate a recipe for you.
Beautiful.
So, you know, hit them up or, you know, follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
They're all about promoting Filipino culture and Filipino food.
Beautiful.
And yeah, you know, if you ever want to find a recipe, just go In My Cocina. I did a really simple ginataang kanin for that. And then, you know, people have done binakol, they've done pansit, empanada. And yeah, you know,
Saan namin yun nakikita, Chef John?
it's on Instagram or on Facebook. It's the entree. So entree dot
Okay.
nice.
Okay, entree.pinay.
Entree.
Beautiful. Maraming salamat.
No worries. Nice.
Mag-ano tayo sa pagkatapos ng pandemic, pwede na tayong mag-cooking show.
Marami na tayong segment, Marami na tayong pwedeng segment.
Mag-cooking show na. Mag-cooking show na tayo. May sarili na tayong kusina.
Papa George, good luck naman sa ano ko. Sa size ko, di ba?
Hindi, pero kukuha tayo ng mga healthy eating.
Yeah, sige. Yeah.
Vegetarian burger. Mga ganun.
Halimbawa, ang pwede mo lang kainin yung mangga sa kamatis. O, di ba,
Yun.
healthy? tomato and mangoes. That's it.
Actually, meron akong
Klaseng bagoong.
recipe. Meron
Eh,
akong
kaso
recipe.
pag ganyan ang nangyari, tomato, and mangga nga, ang bagoong, isang kalderong kanin naman.
Oh, plus inihaw na bangos. You know, on the side.
Pigilan. Problema
healthy pa rin.
malaki
Hindi, may ukoy na kalabasa, yun ang masarap. Ukoy na kalabasa. Masarap yun. Oo, isishred mo lang naman yun. Hindi masarap. Ukoy na kalabasa. Yan.
Ako, nakakagutom. Tama yan.
Pero dapat may magturo pa paano magluto ng masarap na batchoy for winter.
Pacho yun, no? Masarap na yun.
Sige, wag niyo ba siya na-pressure si Chef John yan?
Alam mo, magkaroon ng batchoy na ice cream.
Maganda, wala isip.
Papa Jorge.
Oh, crunchy bit. May chicharon sa ibabaw. I mean,
Okay.
Hindi na nga siya pag-ibat sa munggo, ginisang munggo natin kanina. Huwag yung dagdagan ng batchoy.
Ay, sandali
Ang tawag
lang.
niya, Papa George, with a twist.
Sandali lang.
With a twist.
Mayroong
Ika nga,
message
di ba?
to si Kuya, si Kuya Pinoy na Busog. Shout out to all 5Bs Humanitarian Incorporated who's been helping the international students for almost several months now, and also massive thanks to the donors like Merchant Manila, Papel Sir, Manila Bakery, and all kind-hearted donors that never stop helping 5Bs Humanitarian Incorporated. Thank you. Maraming salamat, 5Bs. Mabuhay po kayo.
mabuhay po kayo.
Mabuhay. Any more shout-outs? Para magpaalam na tayo. Good vibes?
Okay na ako.
Big shout out. Okay, big shout out ulit sa mga student namin sa Learners Hub. I would like to say hi to them and also sa mga parents and also sa mga international students din namin sa Learners Hub. Kindly call us at 0424-801-827. We're doing the remote learning. Saturday is full na sa amin, so Tuesday and Thursdays may open pa, so you can call us. Okay.
Ay, sorry. Meron pala ako sasabihin. Ang Tagalog Learning Melbourne po ay mag-uumpisa ulit ng libreng klase para sa ating mga teenager. Mag-uumpisa po yan sa 29 this month. Okay? Mag-message lamang po kayo sa amin, tagalog.learning.melbourne@gmail.com, o kaya naman po ay sa aming Facebook page, Tagalog Learning Melbourne. Ito po ay libre, kaya po inaanyahan ko ang mga kabataan at ang mga magulang na sana po ay enroll po ninyo ang inyong mga anak. At patuloy po kami na nagbabasa ng mga maiikling kwento sa Filipino at Ingles. Ito po ay nangyayari tuwing Sabado, 1:30 ng hapon. Ayan, samahan niyo po kami.
Yeah.
Papa George, any more?
Sa akin mo wala na. Bigla ako nagutom.
Ako din.
Sa,
Tumingin tuloy ako sa
pero
fridge. Tumingin tuloy sa fridge. Ano kayo mo?
Pero alam mo, ang takeaway ko doon sa yung sa talakayan natin kay Jan, yung yung parang despite kung ano yung nangyayari, you just learn
Too
how to
positive.
adapt.
Napaka good vibes talaga siya. Good vibes. Ano?
Diba?
So, very positive your
imagine
approach.
mo sa laki ng problema hinaharap natin yun, biglang out of the blues.
Diba?
The entrepreneurial spirit, di ba? Na-launch mo yung Kariton. And I think doon mo lang makikita
Inspiration.
kung paano ayaw magpatalo ng tao dito sa itong coronavirus na to. And Jan, you're an inspiration. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Chef John.
Mai, any more? Mai. Ay, naghang si Mai. So,
Parang binigyan lang yata tayo ng picture ni Mai, hindi siya nagbi-blink.
hi, Mai!
Parang yung kanina sa Zoom, di ba? Yung kinikwento niya. Hindi nabiblink. Ako naman, Papi, mga beshi, ang 4-1 is naging topic din natin. Siyempre yung remote learning and also yung working from home. Isa sa nagbe-benefit sa akin, nakikita ko, yung family. Kasi yung family, lalo kayo nag-bond. And number 1 nagbe-benefit dyan is yung mga babies, yung mga anak mo. Dahil you giving all the time with them. Lalo siya nakita ko, lalo si baby ko ngayon, sobrang happy siya. Kasi nagbibigay ng advantages talaga kasi yung trabaho na hindi ka binibigyan ng time sa family mo ngayon, nasa iyo na lahat ng time. Kasi yung trabaho, nasa bahay nyo na eh. So I'm very happy and very fortunate for that. Na nakita ko yung family lalo nag-bond.
And Mai.
Goodbye.
Mai?
Bunso, go ahead.
Wala yun lang. Sorry, nagkakat ako. Sobrang maga ng internet ko at the moment. Pero same with
Marami
Papa Jorge
nag-YouTube.
mo. I salute Kuya Jan. I salute Kuya Jan really for pursuing the business and for future entrepreneurs like him. Just go with the flow. I mean, like, if you want it, talagang may magagawang paraan para makuha mo siya. And for someone that have passion in showing the world what
Go for it.
Filipino culture has, it's something that we should be proud of kasi, someone like Kuya Jan is pushing na makilala ang Pinoy foods in a very multicultural country like Australia. Yun lang. And ang dami kong kakilala international students na commercial cooker ang kinukuha. And most of them are engaged nga sa mga cafe, sa mga Italian restaurants. And yeah, hopefully they'll have the same vision as you, Kuya Jan, to really nurture our food culture dito sa Australia.
Thank you so much.
Ayun, ako last shout out na lang muna. Last shout out sa mga birthday celebrants. So, si Ate Marisa Trillado, yung may bahay ni Pinoy na Busog. Belated happy birthday kahapon. Hindi na kita na message because we're busy moving. And also ko sa ating kaibigan si Norman Latosa, one of the leaders in badminton Filipino society here in Melbourne. So, happy birthday, Norman, Sir Norman.
Happy birthday, Norman!
Ayan.
Happy birthday!
So, anymore?
Yun!
Ako naman, ang take ko doon sa sinabi ni John, yung talagang tumatak sa akin is, walang shortcut sa success. Alam mo yun, nung sinabi kanina ni John na halos 2 taon kang nagsanay para sa 5 oras na, na pagluluto. Imagine that. I mean, how much time and effort, So, kung talagang gusto mong maging successful, kailangan mo talagang mag-effort, At hindi lang yan sa pagiging chef. I'm pretty sure sa lahat ng anggulo ng buhay natin, kung gusto nating maging successful, walang shortcut. So, kailangan talaga pagbutihin natin, pag-igihin natin. At syempre, yung inspirasyon din, di ba? Yun. So, maraming salamat sa pagbabahagi mo niyan. Inspirasyon na yan sa amin, John.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much.
At ako na po kay Chef John, sinasabi ko, the future is bright, ika nga. Tsaka Chef John, I'll give you a hand gesture. The bright yung future, kaya ilalagay mo siyang ganun. So, ganyan, the future is bright. Yes. Alright. Hand gesture yan. So, congratulations, Chef John, and God bless.
Thank you so much.
Yeah!
Alright. Pack up na tayo, guys.
Okay.
Ang bilis ng oras.
Ang bilis.
Oo nga, 9 o'clock na naman.
Ayan.
Only good vibes.
Ayan, Mayora.
Ayan, maraming salamat na naman po sa inyong pagtutok, sa inyong pagsama. Maraming salamat kay Chef John sa kanyang pagpapaunlak sa ating talakayan. Napakainit na naman ang ating talakayan. Maraming salamat sa aming mga sponsors at sa aming mga future sponsors. Ito na naman po ang inyong Mayora, nagsasabing good vibes po lamang. Magandang gabi po.
Yan. And thank you so much po sa lahat na tumutok sa amin ngayong gabi. And for international students like me, take my advice a while ago. Kung hindi pa kayo nag-apply sa mga relief funds, please do so. And I am again yung Hanash Princess Mai Rivera. International students, kapit lang. Kaya natin to.
Magandang gabi po ulit para doon sa mga nadulutan namin ng kapirasong saya sa nakaraang 1 oras at kalahati. Maraming pong salamat. Sana may makita namin kayo ulit sa susunod na linggo. Ito po si Papa Jorge nagsasabing magandang gabi po sa inyo at lagi po tayong mag-iingat.
Ayan.
Okay, guys, last shout out as to Jason Cordy. Jason Cordy is giving us a shout out, and Leonardo Manuel, Tito Leo. Okay, salamat po sa lahat ng sumubaybay. Ako naman po si Bibo Santos na nagsasabing, do acts of kindness, stay at home, stay healthy, stay humble, and have faith in God.
Ayun. And on behalf of the Good Vibes Pilipinas family, we're thanking our dear guest, John Rivera here, for a very inspirational, interactive discussion with you. And to all the people na sumubaybay sa aming segment ngayong Sabado, this is Papi Melvin Mata. Isang Sabado uli. Good Vibes Pilipinas! Boom! See you next week. Ay, may ano pala tayo. Magtitikiman portion tayo ha sa ice cream ha. Titikiman. Live tayo. Tikiman portion. Live namin yung live. And then i-edit natin. Bye guys! Have a good weekend!